Hello, welcome to a good game. It's just finished. West Ham 1, Leicester 2. Leicester reserves 2. Just myself tonight, unfortunately. You're stuck with just me. I'm going to go through the highlights and discuss a few things. Well, it didn't take long for it to be a highlight, did it? 9 minutes. Iheanacho played one-on-one. Fabianski comes out. He takes him out. It's a clear pen. Booking. Right decision. Good save on the pen. Good save by Fabianski. Well cleared by Diop. Does well to not go into the area too soon. Shows a really good burst of pace to get to the ball first as well, because some people were teetering on getting in there, because had he been an inch further forward, he'd been retaken. They made it 1-0 though. Iheanacho, it was sort of coming, I guess. It was a really poor game by both sides. I thought for the first half, I thought both sides were really poor, but the difference is this was our first team. This was their League Cup type team. You'd have thought Rodgers was playing in the third round of the Carabao Cup tonight with that lineup he put out, but he's probably looked at the game beforehand and thought, I can rest my players here. I don't have to play Ndidi, I don't have to play Maddison, I don't have to play Barnes. I'll keep them on the bench just in case, but chances are I won't need them. 1-0. Good goal by Leicester. Ball in. Fredericks is switched off. Perez is at the back post, headed back into Iheanacho, who's got away from Balbuena to turn it in. Easy goal at the end of the day, but really wasn't it. First half decent cross and ends up in the back of the net. We did make it 1-1 though. This is about as positive as it gets, and it's possibly the only positive. Felipe Anderson, who spent all game on the left hand side, switched over to the right hand side on his favourite foot and ran out of the defence. Nice 1-2 with Ryan Fredericks. Lovely ball in to Pablo Fornals. Composed, puts it away. And you thought, right, here we go. We do have some talent. There is ability in this team. I thought it was a superb assist by Felipe Anderson. Puts on a plate for Fornals. And I'm delighted to see Pablo Fornals get the goal, actually. I really, really like him as a footballer. I'm really pleased that he's got the goal. I just hope he can kick on from here from the season. But went in at half-time 1-1. And I was thinking, right now, it's exactly like the Crystal Palace game. The Crystal Palace game, we went 1-0 up and we had an opportunity. We had an opportunity at 1-0 to change it. Go counter-attacking or something. But we didn't. We kept the same team. It was 1-1 and we all know what happened. So today at half-time, I thought, now is the opportunity. We're going in at half-time. It's 1-1. The first half, it's not worked for us, okay? We're still in the game, but only because we're against Leicester reserves. If that was Leicester's first team, we would not have been going in at 1-1. If he had started Maddison, if Vardy was the striker, if Pereira and Chilwell were the fullbacks, it would not have been 1-1 at half-time. I'm convinced by that. So we went in 1-1. Pellegrini, you've got a lifeline. Well, you've had a few already, but you've got another lifeline here, okay? You have to change it. You have to go for the win. The opportunity is there to go for the win. He put out the same team. Sanchez was... I try not to dislike Sanchez, because I think if you've got a budget of £0 and 70 grand a week and you bring in a centre midfielder, there's not many centre midfielders you can bring in. So we brought someone in, right? So we've started him tonight and I thought, right, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. But that whole first half, he was fucking shite. He was giving the ball away. When he wasn't giving the ball away, he wasn't fucking moving. He looks like Michael Jackson, and he looked like Michael Jackson's fucking corpse in the first half, because honestly, he was dead on his feet. There was just nothing about him. So at half-time, I thought, please, just take him off and do something. Shuffle the deck a little bit. You got Noble on the bench. Bring him on. Bring on... Mikel Antonio is the one I was hoping to see come on. Get Antonio on and do something, drop Fornals or Lanzini in beside Declan Rice, because for as good as Leicester are, they weren't troubling us in the centre midfield physically, and they've got Chowdhury and Mendy in there, but I thought we were doing there was nothing in there to concern me that much that would put me off putting Fornals or Lanzini in there. So let's get Antonio on, let's go for it. So he does fuck all. Anyway, 54 minutes, Mikel Antonio's ready to come on. And here we go, Manuel, at last. Manuel Pellegrini is a way to bring on Mikel Antonio and go 2 up front. He's a way to go for the win. No. He took off the only striker. He took off our striker and put Antonio on. And I was like, well, what is the plan here? What are you actually hoping is going to occur? Because I just don't understand it. I just really don't know what he was hoping was going to happen. Well, obviously he was hoping Antonio was going to go on and score, but it's unlikely, isn't it? Antonio looks better with Allaire up front. Allaire looks better with Antonio up front. So you take off one. I just thought from that moment on, it felt like he was accepting a draw. It felt like he thought, 1-1, I'll take this. I will take the draw and get out of here. It's just not good enough. Same with Crystal Palace. I don't think a point was good enough against Palace. We had to win, and it wasn't good enough tonight. We had to win. If that was that was Leicester's first team. We were up against Ndidi, Maddison and Tielemans in midfield. I would agree 1-1 is fantastic. I would say yes, 1-1 is a brilliant result, let's go. But we weren't. You need context, and context is we were up against a Carabao Cup team. Strange thing to do. And then just 2 minutes later, it was 2-1 Leicester. Demarai Gray made up for his error. And who is somehow fucking not doing much? Carlos Sanchez, the guy that every West Ham fan could see this coming. I'm not there tonight, obviously. I can't afford it. Okay, I just can't. It's caught up with me, all this going to the game so far this season's caught up with me a little bit. I need to have a little bit of a break and go again for the Everton one. Okay. But everyone on social media, I had a look at halftime, social media, everybody, and I mean everybody, was saying, get Sanchez off the pitch now. Just get him off. He's just doing nothing out there. But no, we left him on. Demarai Gray, the fastest player on the pitch, up against Carlos Sanchez, the slowest player on the pitch. And the thing is, he's not even bursting an ass to get back. He's jogging. He's 3/4 jogging back, behind him. He's holding a defensive line. When you watch the replay, he stands still to hold the defensive line. 2 yards away from Balbuena and Diop. He's 2 yards further up the pitch. He's holding a line, not in line with the defence. What's he even doing? I just cannot understand. But we have to go back here a little bit. There's another player that's a bit of a culprit here, and that's Diop for me. He's got booked because he does 2 fouls. He does 2 bookable fouls. But if you're going to foul your man, take a booking, get your man. He didn't. He put in a half-hearted attempt to grab him, and he broke free. I can't remember who it was. Apology. Probably Iheanacho. I think it was Iheanacho. Iheanacho broke away from him and played in Demarai Gray. But if you're going to get a booking, get him out the pitch. Take him out the game completely. Get the booking and give away a free kick at the halfway line. It's just poor. It's just poor from them both. Snodgrass came on. Then he brought on a jetty for Lanzini, who was crap. And we had a half-hearted attempt at a goal against Leicester at the end. But the thing is, it wasn't as spirited. We weren't battering. We weren't throwing the kitchen sink at them. We were chucking a couple of hopeful balls in. And, Kasper Schmeichel's going to come out and his gloves aren't that dirty. Fabianski's had the harder of the job when they were 2-1 up. Maddison came on, indeed he came on. I thought, oh, fucking hell. Rogers not only got this bang on, he's now bringing on the big guns to shore it up. We just looked clueless at the end there when we were trying to get an equaliser. Jetty standing in the box, wanting the ball, and we're putting some crosses in, but there was just no confidence, there was no optimism. You're watching it thinking, could it just be full time? As soon as it was 2-1, you just saw it's done. It's done. We're not going to get anything from this game. We didn't deserve to get anything from the game either. Where's it gone wrong? I tend to do this in order with guns. I don't have guns that bounce off here, but where's it gone wrong? It's team selection. The thing is that the team on paper before the game kicked off, I didn't think was that bad. Okay, I will admit it. I looked at it and I thought, okay, 4-2-3-1. There should be enough between Anderson, Fornals and Lanzini. There should be enough between them to create enough for Sebastian Allaire between themselves to get the goal. Now they got one. But they only got one when Felipe Anderson switched side. For the whole 40 minutes I was sitting there, why is Felipe Anderson on the left? Pablo Fornals has been putting in man-of-match contender performances for the last month, okay? Playing left wing, left mid, whatever you want to call it. So today we put him on the right. We've taken the one guy who's consistently playing well, and moved him to put someone else in there who was getting substituted in every single game and arguably deserved to be dropped eventually before he was ill. Arguably deserved to be dropped for his performances. And we put him in a position he was in when he was playing poorly and moved the guy that's playing well in that position to the one that he was playing poorly in at the start of the season. I could not understand it. When the team came out, I thought, right, Fornals on the left, because he's going to keep playing where he's doing well. And I thought, Anderson right, Lanzini in the middle, brilliant. And it come out, I just looked at it, I thought, what the fuck is that? Why are we playing this? Then Sanchez was crap, but the thing is, I thought he was the only crap player in the first half. I don't think anyone else was fantastic, but Sanchez was the only player I thought he is playing shit. Get him off, get someone else in there. We've got a bit of a chance here. We've got a chance here to do something. I thought Masuaku was... I don't know. I mean, he was dribbling a couple of times. He was getting the ball at the park, and I thought, this is good. But there was a couple of times he just went to kick it. He couldn't do it. I thought Fredericks was sort of exposed for his lack of defensive abilities again. I thought Diop and Bauer. I mean, Ogbonna, there was a few rumours going around today, which was a bit strange. There's more rumours today than ever before. Some saying Rice has been dropped. I mean, half right, because Sanchez started. So I can understand if Sanchez was starting, why people would assume that Rice has been the one that's been dropped. But Ogbonna got dropped, and apparently it came out about 1 o'clock today. It came out that Ogbonna was apparently being dropped because of his thing with Mark Noble. It was going to be put down as an injury and stuff. He wasn't on the bench, so that's a funny one there. Declan Rice is captain. That's good to see. I feel sorry for Declan. He's just got the job of so many people to do in the midfield, hasn't he? He's really got so much. He's got Sanchez in there, and I thought if Sanchez can play well and just do a defensive midfielder's job, it's going to help Declan Rice and help the front three. But he couldn't do it. Sanchez was actually an attacking midfielder for Leicester at some points. I just thought, Jesus. Good on Rice being captain, deserves it. He just had far too much to do, and when Maddison came on, I just thought he struggled massively. Declan, I thought he was knackered at the end. Actually, I thought there was a couple of times when Maddison was running, and it looked like Rice just couldn't run anymore. He's just fatigued, or what, or have he just done too much during the game that by the last half hour he was gone? I don't know. I just thought Rice was knackered. Who else played? Allaire. What can you say about him? He's not in the right circumstances to judge, but you've got to judge him though. Does he do enough? No. But is he getting enough? No. I thought Felipe Anderson looked good in spells, but a couple of times, like every other player, he pussied out of tackles. There was a 50-50 and he thought, nah, I don't really fancy it. And it turned into a 60-40 in Leicester's favour, and they obviously won the ball. I thought Lanzini was crap for the first 50 minutes maybe. Then when he sort of dropped into a deeper role, he started to get involved a bit. Then he got subbed off. So I thought that was a bit strange. I would have liked to have seen Lanzini in there with Antonio and Sebastian Allaire ahead of him, as well as Fornals and Anderson, maybe. Give him something to aim for. But now we've got to talk about the bigger picture here, because the rumours before today was that Pellegrini has Bournemouth. If he loses against Bournemouth as well. I can understand why today would be a write-off in some respects. If we beat Palace... and we played Leicester's first team, maybe I would also sit here and say, well, yeah, you might just have to give this one up and get the 3 points against Bournemouth, get the 6 points. But the thing is, we didn't get the 3 points against Palace. We didn't play Leicester's first team. So context is massively required when you say Leicester at home, tough game. It's not that simple, is it? If you look around the Premier League, Norwich have just drawn at home to Spurs at the same time that we've done. Played this game. Watford have just beaten Aston Villa. And I'll tell you something, Watford have played Leicester today. I think Watford would have won. If Norwich played Leicester today, Norwich might have won. Southampton would have won. So all these teams around us would have won this fixture. The only team I don't think would have won this fixture is Aston Villa. Maybe not Newcastle, but Aston Villa I think would have lost it. But that's it. They've only just come up. We cannot compare ourselves to a side that's just got promoted from the Championship and have spent about £5 million or something in summer. I know someone's going to say, well, they've actually spent 80. I don't really care. I don't give a fuck anymore. But the point is, Norwich don't spend much money and they've just come promoted. And this is what we're comparing ourselves to. This is who we're looking at thinking, who's the worst out of us two? It's just embarrassing. I've always sort of been Pellegrini on the fence, because I just don't think he's had a fair hand. I think he's been undermined and stuff, and I felt a bit sorry for him. I said to Gonzo after the Palace game, I said to Gonzo, there's a period of time for a cup of tea, I said to Gonzo, it's tipped me over the edge. That Palace game tipped me over the edge because I just felt that all his bad luck is ran out, if you like. If Fabianski getting injured, that's a bit of bad luck. Antonio getting injured, yep, both of them happen at the same time. That's really bad luck. But the bad luck's up. It's up, and it was up against Palace as well. And his substitutions, you can go back to this. If you've been watching this channel for last season, you'll know. Go back to last season. I was never a fan of Pellegrini's substitution. I kept calling them Marmite, right? But Marmite tends to be a 50-50 thing. Half love it, half don't. And I used to think Pellegrini's subs were half would be one game would be good, the next game would be crap. This season, they're all just crap. Every game the subs are crap. I can't tell you the last time I came away thinking actually Pellegrini got his subs bang on today. All three of them, bump, 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 perfect. I think you can look at the wins and say, well, maybe those ones, but there's only 2 in the last 13 games, so that means for 11 games he's got his subs wrong. It's just I feel frustrated, worked up a little bit. I can't imagine what it's like for the people that are at the game, because you always tend to be a bit more angry when you're at the game as well. Gonzo will have a video up on the forum channel. I think he'll be fuming, but it's time up. And the thing is, when all this rumours about the Declan Rice thing came out, now I know it's not true, but I'm just going to put it out there anyway. I said to Gonzo, but we were speaking, I said to Gonzo, this is a manager who either has no fear of getting a sack because he knows that the Bournemouth game's his cup final, and if that is his cup final, that's what he's been told by the board. Forget Leicester, Bournemouth's where we're judging you. And I almost don't blame him for throwing this game, because if this was a league game and our cup final, mine and your cup final was on Wednesday, we would also be saying just rest a few players and make sure you've got your first team for the final, mate. So if that is Pellegrini's final, I can get it. So he's either got no fear of the sack, or he's got zero fucks about the sack. He's almost looking at the board going, go on then, sack me, give me my money and I'll be off ski. And I know that Leicester made 9 changes and we did 7, so it's not too bad, but the difference is Leicester swapped out all their first team, bar one. I think only one first team player came in, which is Perez. That's it. The other 6 were sort of second choice. We didn't. We subbed in first choice players. Diop, arguably first choice. Fabianski, first choice. Fredericks, our first choice. Anderson, first choice. Lanzini could be first choice. Sanchez is probably the only one that would be considered a reserve, in Masuaku maybe. But it's just, I don't know. He's got to be gone tonight. I mean, it's what, half an hour after the full-time whistle. I'm surprised the statement's not up already, and I know it's not because people in the live chat would be telling me it's up. But he's got to go. Tomorrow morning we have to wake up and know that he's gone. And it's got to the point now. A month ago I sat here thinking, what's the choice, Pellegrini or Moyes? It's got to the point now. I'm almost on the side of David Moyes now. I just hope it's short term and that we can go and reevaluate in the summer. But we've basically told this guy 18 months ago, you're not good enough for us. Off you pop. Okay. Now, whether you agree with what the board done or not is not what I'm chatting about here. I'm chatting about what actually happened. We've told David Moyes, you're not good enough. We want a better manager than you. Here's your money. Goodbye. Thank you. 18 months down the line, we're ringing him back up saying, mate, remember that guy we binned you off for? Turns out he's not that good, so do you want to come back? And of course David Moyes will say, well, I want to come back if I get a long-term contract and stuff. He's got David Sullivan over a barrel. We're in a situation at a Premier League football club where no manager, the good managers sort of don't want to work for us. The good managers that do want to work for us, we don't know about them, we don't know who they are, and we've not contacted them, because that's just the way we go about things at West Ham United. And the ones that do want to work for us, that we do want, are your normal fucking run-of-the-mill managers. It's no surprise. We all knew who they would be. They're still the favourites. There's no surprises coming. I think tonight might just be the push that gives Pellegrini the push, and I do think David Moyes will be lined up and ready to come in, because 2 weeks ago it was Everton were still in the running for him. They're not there anymore. It's one Premier League club going for it. I don't know what else to say. What a fucking shit result, shit performance. We're just a lot closer to relegation now, aren't we? We've always been in a relegation, whatever you want to call it, potential relegation. The problem is everybody around us seems to be going up, whereas us in Villa seem to be the only ones going down. And again, like Norwich, we're comparing ourselves to a side that just got promoted. It's not good enough. It's the chairman's 10-year anniversary in January. 10 years you've been here, and we're fighting relegation. Anyway, I'm going to fuck off. We'll do a video tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're going to do a video. We're going to do, I don't know if it'll be a cup of tea, or it'll be a Talk West Ham, or both. Might be 2 videos, it might be a mixture, I'm not 100% sure. But you want to do a Talk West Ham, which is when you ring in, audio only, it'll look like this, but with your voice. Email us, hammerschat@gmail.com. Link in the emails in the description. Email us and we'll get a few people on. You can have your say. I'm getting out of here. Check out Gonzo's video. Thanks for joining me. Catch you in a bit.